Freeburg. Copyright claim. Your band. Straight to jail, straight to prison. Leonard Skinner's coming to your house. Imagine this. Leonard Skinner. You've been playing him on your YouTube channel. Boom, he's at your house. It's 1 a.m. Leonard Skinner is there. And he's pissed. Real pissed. You're in a bad way, buddy. Now I'm done making jokes about Leonard Skinner. Let me give you a brief timeline of my film career. December 9th, 2020, doing my first ever job. Fast forward to May 26th, 2024, and here's a picture of me wrapping up my first 8-episode television show as a DP. That is 3 years, 5 months, and 19 days from shooting my first project in 60 frames a second on accident to my first major network show. I'm not saying I'm Roger Deakins. I'm not saying I have the craziest knowledge of lighting, the best team leadership. What I am saying is I do know how to break into the film industry, and I'm gonna give you 5 points on how you can do it too. Before we go any further, I have to say I didn't do this by myself. I had the Lord opening doors for me that I could have never imagined, and I'm so blessed to be in the spot that I'm in. But that doesn't mean I sat on my butt. So here are the 5 points of how I did it. Number 1, leverage social media and online communication. The best example I have of this is myself. I was about 10 months into my film career, and I had been pestering my then YouTube crush, now good friend Griffin Conway, in his Instagram DMs. I mean, about anything I could. I had like a battery that swelled up a little bit, and I was like, Griffin, what do you think about this, man? That's crazy. I mean, anything I could do to just start a relationship with Griffin, who had been making videos about the C70. I had a C70. I was really telling him that I had a C70. I wanted to come out and shoot BTS. I think even the Instagram DM says, and I'm super hungry to shoot more. And I was doing this for multiple people, as many people as I could DM, as many people as I could try and get on set with, I was. And now, after 3 months of DMing Griffin, he had me out shoot BTS, and I've been working with him and Justin for the past 3 years. And they're not only my great friends I talk to all the time, but they're also a great network to have around me. So that's just an example of being on the grind of DMing people. I know that it gets like you have to work through some self-doubt to start doing it, because there's always a little bit of like imposter syndrome, fear of failure. But in my opinion, a surefire way to not fail in the film industry is to make connections. It's all based on networking. So this is a massive point. If you do nothing else from this video, only this, you'll be leaps and bounds further than you were before you did this. Moral of the story is build your social presence, share your work, and DM people in the industry. A few tips on how to do this. Number 1, be persistent but not annoying. Number 2 is to provide so much value that they can't really not respond. And this is where we get into, I'll get into it later, but working for free, shooting BTS, etc. Provide so much value that they'd be like, man, it'd be a really bad choice if I didn't take that. Number 3 is post consistently so that people know that this is actually what you're trying to do and not just a hobby. Number 2, be willing to start small. It can be a little humbling to start small, but this is the best way to do it because you can actually get things done. Be hyped to be a PA, be hyped to go shoot B-roll at sunrise. I have a video on my YouTube channel of me going out and shooting sunrise. It has like, 600 views. I just couldn't sleep. So I was like, well, I might as well do a color walk with my C70. I think I had just bought it. Funny enough, an artist saw that video and we did, I think, about $2,000 worth of work together based on him seeing that video, liking the vibe and saying, hey, I have songs coming out. Let's do a visualizer. It's just funny how the little things compound and really can make this a bigger thing than it really was. Like, it wasn't a huge strain on me to go out and post that video, but it actually had great returns. Coming back to that PA point really quick, just a few tips on how to do this and to get hired back. Be helpful, be attentive, learn new things as fast as possible. Also show up to set with some knowledge, right? Watch the video on how to set up a C-stand. There's a million of them and it can be kind of confusing when you're first starting out. So if you can show up prepared, be humble, be quiet, help wherever you can, and just be a good hang, that's a huge in as a PA. Number 3 is shoot whatever you can. When I started out, I was shooting for like hair salons, dance teams, car dealerships, anything I could get because it got me experience behind a camera. Some of them allowed me to grow my portfolio, and also a lot of them helped me survive, had to make money. So there's a big part of just getting out there, shooting whatever you can. Like I mentioned, the video about the color walk video that actually ended up turning into work. Right? There are things that are small little things that aren't hard to do, but that will really help you. Even starting a YouTube channel, honestly, figuring out a lighting ratio on how to light an interview. That's what this is. If you just put the camera off and I set right here, now we have a off-camera interview for an insurance company, right? Anything you shoot is going to provide major value, and you're going to continue to get better and better every time you shoot something. I made a full video on a thing called test shoots. It's kind of like a spec project, but it just kind of adjusts the bar of where you need it to be. I find a lot of times for myself, if I'm like, I'm going to do a spec project, I'm like, oh, I'm going to dump thousands of dollars into it in 5 days and 6 months of post-production. I've done that, but it had the same dividends as me spending 3 hours shooting something and 2 days of pre-production and a day of post-production. And that's what I like to call a test shoot. I'll link the video. I don't know where it is up here, but I'll link it. Watch the intro. If you want to watch the BTS, great. But it gives you kind of a concept of how much work actually needs to be put in to get really good rewards out of it still. Shameless plug. I know I'm gonna get some, what's that called? Some backlash. I know I'm gonna get some backlash for this one, but work for free. I don't know a single person in the film industry who is successful who didn't start out working for free and still sometimes works for free. The line of where you want to work for free is going to continue to change as you grow in the film industry. But at the beginning, man, if you can offer your time to go shoot BTS on a Saturday and start making some contacts, making friends, that's how it happened for me. I offered to go shoot BTS for free, and I've worked with Griffin and Justin for 3 years, like I was saying. If you can work for free, work for free. Don't get taken advantage of. Don't do it consistently for somebody. But if you can work for free 1 or 2 times and really get yourself in, and again, shooting whatever you can is going to help. It's huge. So work for free, not all the time. Don't get taken advantage of. Know your worth, but it can help at the beginning. Number 5 is learning multiple skills. You might want to be a director, a DP, but if you don't know the other skills, it's going to be 1, really difficult to be in those positions, 2, really difficult to employ you if you're not getting director gigs that month, and 3, it's hard to earn respect of your crew when you're a director and DP, because remember, those are department heads first and foremost. They are creative, but they're department heads even before that. It goes a long way if you're a DP and you can also help your grip team tie down a 12-by. It gets you a lot of respect, helps the team out. You have to be a team player, and you have to have the respect of your team. And again, these things will keep you employed on a slow month. It's really worth learning how to do some editing and coloring, setting up a C-stand, etc., so that you can market those skills on a slow month. So in conclusion, what does it take to break into the film industry? A weird mixture of luck, shooting everything you can, starting on the bottom rung, and trying to make stuff that you really like and seeing if the film industry is even a long-term option for you. A lot of people in this industry, because I'll be real, it's kind of a hard industry, love it here. And if you don't love it, maybe you don't want to break in. But if you do love it, I hope that you've learned some things. I've shared these tips with a lot of people, and I've seen a lot of people take them to heart and really go for it. This is how I did it. This is how I know people who I've helped have done it. And so I really hope that it works for you, that you get some experience, and that you freaking love the film industry, and that this is your jam. That's my goal, and I hope that it works. If you have any questions, send me an Instagram DM, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.